is go to this website, and it lets you find out
Free cash. This video, do what it say, big. Scan that QR code. You know what I'm saying? Get some free cash. But I ran across some content. Everybody know I'm on pervert Flacco's line. It's probably gonna be a very long time before I let up. I see he trying to switch up his content. I became familiar with the word grifting. You know what I'm saying? So he move along to what's popping, and that's the way he go rock with.
Since I learned just how to do these reaction videos, what is grifting? What is grifting?
So if we talking about the sliders in the streets, the King Vons and all that, he go get behind that. If we talking about Black Lives Matter, he go get behind that. If white supremacy and MAGA is what's going on, he go get behind that. You know, dude, he is what he is. But however,
Do you think that there's actually people out there that get behind the main subject of the day? I'm calling out all these YouTubers. I'm calling out all these artists. Like y'all, some of y'all some weird shit. I'm just a I'm just a square here in Texas, but folks here in Texas do support Mr. Munchie. I support him, but Flacco, you kind of a weirdo, bro. Let's continue.
came across some content, and this gentleman right here is a relative of perverted Flacco, and I found this interesting. And I'm gonna stop and go on this, and y'all, you know what I'm saying, just stick with me as I stop and go, and all right, let's go.
Also known as Frederick Jala, been in the headline today. The only reason why I decided to show those information because I feel like we have to get something clear out with Poetic Flacco, also known as Frederick Jala. Frederick is my little cousin.
And boy, the family resemblance does show. But my question is, what does the parents of Jala think about this?
He's about 32 years old, 33. I could say 32, about to be 33. He's not 28.
We're gonna be like Munchie, and we're gonna stop here now. I've been following this uh age of Poetic Flacco for a while. Ever since he was on, like, actually on No Jumper, and the allegations that came up of him sleeping with a underage girl. He goes from 25, 26, 27, 28. He's got all these numbers, but the right one. But let's continue.
He's not 26. He's not 27. He's 32, going to be 33.
All right, pause. Now I said this, bro, that this man is not going by his real age. I said this based on me digging. It don't line up as far as his age go. the time of events I've came across in this age, it don't really make too much sense. Now here it go. This is his relative, blood relative. He's confirming that. And he know he's 32 knocking on 33 because they're the same age. But let's keep going.
Frederick and myself grew up in the same household, pissed in the same bed, share the same underwear. Like I'm literally telling you.
I don't think me and my cousins shared the same clothes. But as little kids, yeah, we did bathe together. I don't know about that one.
Frederick is not from North Dakota. He's from Philly. I don't know why he claimed North Dakota, but he's not from North Dakota. He never been to North Dakota. He's a Philly nigga. I'm assuming the only reason why he said he's from North Dakota instead of Philly, because I feel like a lot of niggas from Philly kick him out of town after his brother sexual assault case.
All right, pause. And I touched on this. David Jala, his brother. And I'm gonna give you a little reminder.
What are we looking at right now?
Exhibit number one. Exhibit number one. If you're a young lady or any kids around, run from this dude. This is David Jala, right?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
bro. I did not see this.
I didn't
coming,
think that's
bro.
where this was going.
Well, hey, stranger. Welcome home.
Hey, Ma.
Oh, so, anyone new in the picture?
Here and there, nothing serious.
As long as you're good, I'm good.
Oh, I know that look. I'm gonna get to the real tea later.
Chill, auntie.
Listen, I'm glad you're out there doing your thing. We definitely should chop it up about HIV and PrEP.
PrEP is when you routinely take
My bad,
prescription
my bad.
medicine.
They call me Young Jala, I black and white man like I'm Michael Jackson. I beat it till she said it's sour. She said she like my stick and I ain't talking about cassava. You still riding bike, I done ride plane so I tired. She said she like my muffin ain't cause of how I can lecture. I suck her to her body shake like seizure. My dicky I damn by, I can be raw with wire.
Turn that shit up.
Nah, we can't.
I
we
low-key,
can't
that shit was hard, though. That shit was hard.
Yeah, and that was a little reminder who his brother is, David Jala. But all right, keep going.
Maybe that's why he claimed he's from North Dakota, because nobody in Philly really fuck with him after that situation, because his whole family is a freak boy. His whole family is a freak boy. We all used to be in Philly. Our family had when I tell you our family had like a whole 6-block radius of all Africans. That's how our aunties and our uncle live in Philly. Because when we got to Philly, it was all our aunties and uncles and relatives. We all live in the same neighborhood. I live probably 4 doors down from Frederick.
Frederick not like his family or something?
I remember at the age of 7, 8, every Saturday, used to get up, go straight down to their house, skateboard, roller skate all day. From there, we went to the park, Fentwood Park in Philly.
Pause. Imagine perverted Flacco on rollerblades. That is funny. Man. He had to be 7, 8 years old. But imagine that right now. He'd break the skateboard. But all right, keep going.
We used to live on DuPont, around DuPont in Philly, in DuPont. Not far from Darby. You from Darby, you know what goes on in Darby. So, but when I had moving with Frederick and his family, it was chaotic. Chaotic. His dad wasn't a really serious kind of person. He's my uncle. I'm not here to talk bad about my uncle, but you have to understand it was like 5 kids. He's my uncle. I'm not here to talk bad about my uncle.
Talk bad about that bitch.
But at the time, it was like 5 young kids living in the house with an adult man who really didn't care about his kids at all. That's how it was.
Ooh.
Frederick dad didn't really.
So this shit gets passed down from generation to generation. And people wonder why generational curse, it has to be stopped. Generational curse has to be stopped. This type of family bullshit has to be stopped.
Care about him or the family. His dad used to leave the house and have us just run around, act wild. That's how we was.
All right, Paul.
We used to leave the house around 9 a.m.
Okay, now this is Frederick Jala, aka Perverted Flacco's father. He talking about. Now, everybody think back to on No Jumper when Perverted Flacco went off on Lush about disrespecting his last name and how his dad demand respect and his father, this is his father's name and all this, but your dad is an in-house deadbeat.
Damn.
What are we talking about? But
I don't care how you put that, bro. Those are fighting words. Calling my father a deadbeat dad, that's kind of overstepping the line.
Carry on.
In the morning, don't come back home until 10 p.m. And his dad would never once say, "Hey, where were you guys?"
Deadbeat.
The memories that I have living with Frederick and his family was very, very vivid. I'm 33 now as well. So when I was the age of 7, 8, that's when I moved in with them. There was pretty decent family, to be honest. The house was always dirty. His sister used to cook. Speaking of his sister, I don't know whoever that girl on his YouTube is, but that's not his sister. His sister real name is Domowa Jala.
Domowa Jala.
Never met her in my life. Not family. Not family at all. I promise you that.
I believe you, bro.
Fast forward, after 3 years living with Frederick and his family, I moved to New York. I had moved to New York with my family. I went back to Philly. When I went back to Philly, Frederick and his family was no longer there.
Where'd they go?
What I remember what happened with Frederick and his family was his dad was only like his father ran from the United States because it was too much money that his dad has owed to the IRS. So that's what I remember about why they had left.
So easy.
Because I knew his dad bought a plane ticket and ran out the United States. And it been good 30 years his dad been out the United States.
All right,
that
pause.
nigga knew he was going to go to prison. So
okay.
Damn.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
The IRS a significant amount of money to where he had to get a ticket to get out the country. So this con artist shit come from somewhere. Yo, daddy ain't shit and you ain't either. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going.
So he ran. He bought a plane ticket and he left the United States. So that was the last time I see my uncle. And then he just left his kids randomly.
Deadbeat.
After his dad ran out the United States because he was owing so much money via taxes, I didn't know if Fedric went after that. So I lived in Philly for a few more years. After that, I graduated high school. After graduating high school, I decided to move to North Dakota because one of my uncles at the time was moving to North Dakota from Philly. There was a lot of shit going on in Philly. There was no job. Everybody was fucking broke. Everybody. Me, at the time, I was doing music production, going back from New York, going to Philly. So I was pretty stable. I used to do music production. I used to do beats. So I used to travel a lot.
Pause.
When I was in New York.
Okay. Now this relative, he did some producing. I wonder did he produce for the relative that's rest in peace that was rapping and they made the news. I forget his name, Bank something. That's Perverted Flacco's cousin that got unalived out there in Philly. He was a stepper. I listened to a song of his. It was some cool music. I wonder, is this his brother since he produced and then the other relative rap? But all right, keep it pushing.
I was going through like depression, mental health situation because I was in like the music industry. Because being in the music industry, because I used to be in the music industry. So I went through a lot of depression, a lot of mental health, a lot of shit. I almost took my life a few times, suicide.
Damn.
So I needed to heal myself. And I just couldn't do Philly no more. Because remember, I used to go back and forth from Philly to New York doing music production, and it was just a headache. One of our uncles was moving to North Dakota. So I decided to move to North Dakota as well. After I moved to North Dakota, surprisingly to my knowledge, Fedric, real sister, his older sister was living in North Dakota as well.
Damn.
So one day when I came home after like a long day of work at the studio, I came home and there go Fedric's sister in our living room. I wasn't aware that she was already living in North Dakota because the last time I seen Fedric and his family when I was 8, 9 years old. Because after that situation, I had lived with them for like 3 years. After that 3 years living with them, I had moved out. When I had moved out, we no longer had kept in touch. When I got back to Philly, I didn't know where they